Okay, we're going to do something a little different. Along with hunting here on the property, I also will do a little public land hunting. And with that in mind, I need to set up a little bit of a kit that I can take with either in the gator or the track or the truck to be able to like heat up some food or warm up or whatever while I'm out hunting. And I'm not going to have a blind with me or something like that. So what we're going to do is take this old Stratus stove, kind of a forerunner to all the fancy stoves. Just steel with the little grate in the bottom. Going to take this little charbroil grill pan for like doing veggies or shrimp or something like that. I use the bigger ones. If you watch my videos on the Weber, we're gonna sort of outfit this one to fit on top of here, so then it can hold my Canterbury Pathfinder special water pot on top. So I either can go this way or put it over like that way. I also be able to do a little cooking in it, whatever. So we're gonna fire this up, get a little fire going in it, heat up some water, test this out, and see how this works. So I'll probably zoom through parts of this as I'm going along, but we'll go from here. These stoves are pretty simple. This little something in the bottom, and loosely, and I'm gonna use just scrap wood that I got here from the workshop. Just loosely put some sticks. You can use, you know, the dead wood from the bottom parts of a pine tree. That would work really good. Then you have an opening here, or you can open it up from the bottom and light it up. We'll just get a little fire going with that piece of paper towel. That flame to get going. And obviously you don't want to stuff this thing too full, or otherwise it's going to put itself out. But you do want to have enough fuel in here that stuff warms up. This thing's like 10-15 years old. We used to use it for warming up when we were doing some winter activities because it didn't use much fuel. You didn't have to worry about hauling propane or something with, like, oh, maybe my video for the coffee making ceremony has come out by now. But pretty simple. Sucks up the air from underneath. Gets going. Does it see? It's not totally smokeless like the fancy ones, but this is a little bit lighter weight. So we're gonna let that burn and get down a little ways so we can put the lid on, or the new lid that I've made here with the charbroil pan. Burn off some of the oil off of this. Then we'll heat up some water and see how this thing works. Now that I got my gloves, so I don't get burnt here, show you why we have to use something on top of it. Normally this would be a much bigger pot on top. I like this Pathfinder pot because it's small and it actually drops in there and fits. So without having to like drill some holes and make some other modifications, I thought this would be a kind of a simple solution. It's a little bit small for what I use on the Weber grill. I kind of like that bigger one. You see me grill pierogies and stuff like that in there. So I thought this would be a great way of using this little charbroil pan that I've had sitting for a while, not getting used. And yeah, it's probably getting hotter than it's probably supposed to because it's an open flame instead of coals. But I think it still will serve the purpose. And yeah, things are going to get sooty, but I'll come up with like a canvas bag or even a old pant leg that I can keep the soot off things. This is mainly to sit in the back of the truck on the back of the gator, so if I need to warm up, doesn't take much fuel. If I can get the stuff through a little bit of the hole there. And we're already getting some bubbles in there. Not quite to a boil yet, but Stratus Stove is still available. I noticed, went to their website online. I will put a link. It won't be an affiliated link or anything like that, but it's been a pretty good product. There's not much to break on it. When you buy it, it normally comes with a little tube and a piece of metal on the end, so it can go to the back side here. So you can add some safely puff air into it, get your fire going if your material is a little wet. I've never seemed to have that problem, but mostly I'm using dry wood, like the underwood from a pine tree. That's my favorite way of getting this going, and then once it's going, you can feed stuff in there even if it's a little damp. Or what I'll probably do in the back of the gator or the back of the truck, I'll have a bucket full of scrap wood from building projects, just like this, so it's all cut and dried and ready to go. That way I don't have to worry about scrambling around to catch wood. I can just get the fire going, warm up, either eat something or have a cup of coffee and get back out there. But that way, well, with the gator I don't have a way of warming up because it doesn't have a cab, and if I'm hunting someplace close to where the pickup truck's parked, I don't want to necessarily open up the truck and start it up. Where this, I've sat over fires before during rifle season. It doesn't seem to disturb the deer all that much as long as you're not moving around gathering firewood. They kind of seem used to the wood smoke smell. So something to think about. We're good on camping trips too. It's a stove that you don't have to haul any fuel for. I love my jet boil, but this is kind of simplistic too. And you know, if you're sitting around in the evening, take that down before I spill it. You can put some wood in there and make it as a little campfire. Say if you're hammock camping and you want to have some open flames for ambiance, we'll just sort of put those in there and get them going. Put that back up. There, now we got the flames going again. So, you know, you can have like a little open campfire, but it's contained. If it's dry, you might want to pull a pie pan underneath there, catch your ashes. But all in all, it's a nice self-contained little unit. Nothing much to drag along. So, Stratus Stove. I'll put a link to the Pathfinder store. You all know Dave Canterbury. If you've been on YouTube for any time at all watching stuff. And charbroil. Well, every Menard's got charbroil stuff. So let's see if our water's up to a boil there. There we go. Almost there. Obviously, if I was going to be cooking this, using this to cook meat or whatever, or something in there, that an open flame is going to, I don't want the open flames, I want more coals. I had to use little pieces of hardwood that I find get dry, or even have it in my bucket. Then it would get going slower, maintain the heat, but not having all the open flames. This pine's real dry, because most of it's 90 pine paneling pieces. So it's going to kick off lots of flames, but I don't want this to be an all-day fire. And we got water boiling, so I would call that a success. So Pathfinder, Kettle, Stratus Stove, charbroil, great. Check them out. Might be something you want to add to your inventory. I don't think the stoves are very expensive. I think they're still under like 50 bucks. There's no moving parts. Real simple to use. So, something to think about. Something you're going to probably see in some future adventures. as we get into archery season this fall, especially if I get out doing some stuff on public land. Thanks.